Hey, Mike Callahan here with a quick video to answer a question: how to optimize your mulch estimate systems and make sure you don't miss any of the variables that you should be plugging in. So I've got a picture of a house here. I've got some mulch beds in the front. We're going to want to edge the landscape bed mechanically. Obviously, the inside bed is not going to be edged. So how do we document that and systemize a process for someone to go out and do that? So the first thing we're going to do is pull up a pre-built form that loads in the information. We're going to plug in the square footage of landscape bed while we're out there, the length of landscape bed, if it's a large job, how many days for the skid steer we want to use. So I'll use this example of 1 day, so it's going to recover the overhead and markup for the machine. Loading trips, so how many times we need to load our actual dump truck or whatever we're getting it there in. We'll say 1, and number of trips. So if it's a larger job, we may have multiple loading times and drive times. Site photos we can attach here. Click attach, and we're going to go into our bed edge example here and upload that in. And this is just a really cool idea. So we've got the ability to load files in of this shot here, and we drew some arrows of the areas that needed to be edged and not edged as well in that pictured example. So now that we have that in there, we've got that loaded in. I can show you what that's going to look like just so when we attach it. So we've got the areas that need to be edged and the areas that do not need to be edged. So we've got clear communications now for our crews. Next thing here is once we go in and submit the actual estimate document itself here and hit submit, it's going to automatically populate and save those custom fields, and that's our cheat sheet down here once that refreshes. So we're going to go in, open an estimate, select the pre-built template, and this loads in. So we've got, based on some preloaded numbers I did just for time in the live video, 199 square feet of bed is $110, an hour to install it, and a cost of $66. Labor and materials, bed edging debris I defaulted in for disposal and pickup. Landscape bed edging, 100 square or linear length was $105, 0.5 man hours and $75 cost. The drive time based on the form submission of 1 drive time out, 1 load time, and adding in mulch pre-emergent for the 199 square feet is $200, and the skid steer 1 day is $900. Obviously, these are fictitious numbers, but they will give you an idea of what you can add in for workflows from a service autopilot form that's mapped into an estimate, and these numbers automatically load. We literally go in and say, okay, that looks good. 1430, hit quote, scroll up and hit email, and this is what pops up, a pre-templated email here. This is why, basically the 5 reasons why we're different, a quote link that's clickable to the consumer, and we've got a couple clickable buttons here if they're on their mobile, and we list our major differences, why we're different, and some testimonials. Literally all we have to do now is hit send, and we could do a one-off customization on the email if we wanted to add some lines. But working for workflow and productivity, and that is the streamlined approach that I recommend. So you go out on site or do it from Google Earth. You enter the custom fields into your form here. Once you get done, you go in and hit add an estimate, grab the template. Predefined pricing happens in for delegating and budgeted time and cost with profit. And then we go in and hit the email button and fire off this templated email and hit send. So if you have any comments or questions, drop below, but that's how to handle a mulch installation with labor, materials, equipment, debris, load, unload time, and drive time, and some other variables such as a skid steer or pieces of equipment that need to be recovered separately based on the size of the job.